The Disaster Artist is directed by James Franco and stars him as Tommy Wiseau, the director, writer, star, producer of The Room, one of the worst films ever made.
What makes you say that?
Hey Tommy, how you doing?
Well, I've been better. What's new with you?
I'm just working on my review of The Disaster Artist. If you wouldn't mind, I just need a little privacy.
Well, whatever.
This film is based off the book by Greg Sestero, who played Mark in the original film, and it's all about the making of The Room, how Greg and Tommy became friends beforehand, the dream they both shared of wanting to get into Hollywood, Greg as an actor and Tommy as a actor/director, and when nothing was really working out for them, they decided, well, let's just make this on our own. Tommy seemingly has a bottomless pit of money, and so where's the money coming from? Who knows? But they decide to make a movie, and of course, as all of you know, it doesn't really go that well. The first time I saw The Room was on Adult Swim. They aired it as an April Fool's joke one year, and I remember thinking, what the hell is this? What is going on? I came there for, I think, Home Movies or whatever show was on at the time, and I was greeted with this. And I thought to myself, well, this definitely needs to be researched. And as you guys know, it became a huge cult favorite. Midnight screenings, people throwing spoons at the screen whenever spoon memorabilia showed up in the background. And it was also my very first Hilariosity review that I ever filmed. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, that was a good video. Yeah.
Thanks, man. So I never really thought I would see a real big Hollywood movie made about The Room. I always thought it would just be this little cult thing that myself and other film fans appreciated, but here we are. Gratefully, this movie is fantastic. This is a very, very inspiring movie, surprisingly. A lot of people look at Tommy Wiseau and his creation and laugh, this guy included, but there's something about it that's special. There's something about it that has captured the hearts of a lot of people. It's not just about, you're tearing me apart, Lisa! And all that stuff. Like, that's definitely a big part of it. But there's something really heartfelt about the creation of The Room. And that's something the Disaster Artist nailed. The fact that it's actually kind of inspiring that these two guys with really nothing to their name except this bottomless pit of money that Tommy seemingly has, created something that has become endearing in film culture. Probably not in the way they expected it to, but the film does a good job of exploring that side of it as well, the reaction to The Room and how Tommy had to kind of change his outlook on things, because I'm sure, as a lot of you know, at first it was this very dark Tennessee Williams thing, and eventually, no, it's a black comedy. It's all black comedy. You laugh, you have fun, just don't hurt yourself. Okay? Was that pretty good?
It's in better.
Thanks, man. It means a lot coming from you. James Franco is incredible as Wiseau. The opening sequence where we're introduced to him in an acting class, the anticipation is so real. They do such a great job of introducing this larger-than-life person. And throughout the entire film, he's mesmerizing to watch. He is so funny in this film. And he captures something that was pretty difficult, I imagine, and something I was concerned about going in. I was afraid that it was just going to be like, hey, remember all of those funny moments from The Room that you laugh at? Oh, hi, Mark, and all those lines that are so hilarious. I was hoping it wasn't just going to be like, hey, isn't that funny? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Let's all laugh at it. This movie did a great job of showing the endearing, loving side of Tommy, the human, as best as we can comprehend who he is. This film did a great job of not laughing at him. In fact, and I don't consider this a spoiler because it's a true story and everyone knows that The Room was not intended to be as funny as it was. When Tommy is slowly realizing the way people are reacting to his movie, it was heartbreaking. I really felt for him. So the film did a good job of not just laughing at The Room. It has moments for all of us Room fans who have watched this movie multiple times that we are going to really love and appreciate, and jokes that we're going to get that others may not if you've never heard of or seen The Room. But for everyone else, it's sort of an Ed Wood-like story, this endearing man who is not the greatest at what he does and has a really strange workaround of getting to what he wants, but you can at least respect him for being so inspired to want to follow his dreams no matter what anyone told him. Tommy Wiseau is one of the most mysterious figures in the filmmaking industry. No one knows anything about him. He won't explain anything whenever someone asks him questions. This movie did the best job they could have at peeling back those layers and seeing what's behind the curtain and trying to present a human being, because he's one of the most eccentric people you could ever meet. And that makes the fact that this story becomes so relatable in the end all the more impressive. They also did an incredible job at recreating sequences in the room, right down to the framing of some shots. There's the sequence on the rooftop in the movie where Denny and Lisa's mom are arguing about where Denny gets the drugs from. You're not my fucking mother! That scene. They recreated it perfectly, how in the original film the framing is so off it begins to cut off Lisa's head. They just got everything right. Franco clearly has a passion for this story, and Dave Franco, his brother, is very good as Greg. Seth Rogen is also really good in the movie. All the performances are pretty strong, but my one flaw with the movie, I would say, is that a few characters, like Josh Hutcherson, who portrays the character of Denny, some of them are just sort of like famous people who are in the film and they don't really have much of anything to do. Their characters are very, very one note. And this could be because not much is known about them. Perhaps not, I'm not positive on that. But it would have been nice if some of the background supporting characters got a little more attention, like the way Greg and Tommy's character did. The Disaster Artist is an extremely funny and endearing movie about the making of a movie that didn't go quite as planned, and I had a great time with it. I'm going to give The Disaster Artist an A-.
Wait a minute, why not give a plus?
Well, I said I had just a couple little, flaws with it and stuff.
Well, you said movie was so good. Why you not give a plus?
Well, you don't have to give a movie your highest grade just because you didn't have that many flaws with it. I mean, like, a grade is just a grade. Like, it's the review that matters, Tommy, not the grade.
Well, tell me what grade you give The Room, huh? You say you like The Room. Will you give that a plus?
You don't want me to tell you what I'd give The Room. I like it. I've watched it many times. It's good.
Well, whatever.
Guys, thank you so much, as always, for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here.
Oh, you're gonna say it? Come on, who's sad?
And get Stuckmanized.
Ah.